What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You're seeing me. You're seeing Jeff. You're like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, I don't understand. We saw you today already. But yes, but that's the thing. You saw us do a daily focus. This is Between the Ropes because this is our review show. This is where we go to review, and we're here to review something that I'm sure everybody wants to see, and that is NXT Takeover Our Evolution. Jeff, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. How about you?
Not much. Pulling double duty today, man. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good.
That's good.
Probably won't be in about 45 minutes when I got to go to work, but...
Work? No gine? Just work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I realize I made a misspelling, so I'm fixing it. Okay. I really got to get a fucking dictionary. Anyway... So, okay, let's jump right into this thing. I don't know how much... Well, you don't watch a lot of NXT because you refuse to get the network. But
right.
You bought the network so you could watch this thing, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you got to watch NXT TakeOver. I told you had to watch this thing because I thought it was going to be incredible. What'd you think, man? First impressions, just real quick before we get into the matches. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was awesome. Just the crowd by itself was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were in every single match.
Yes, they did.
There was even a "This Ref Sucks" chant. I thought that was hilarious.
There was "This is Wrestling." There was everything.
This is wrestling, yeah.
You know, it really seems like the people who are going to these NXT tapings, it seems like they are us. They are the older wrestling fans. They are the ones who really want to see wrestling and psychology and just incredible shit. John Cena would get booed out of this building.
Oh my God! It would be like when he was at ECW with Rob Van Dam.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. It was quite incredible, and the night started off with just a fucking blast. The crowd's reaction to Kevin Owens, better known as Kevin Steen, holy God! I mean, like that felt big. It felt like a big debut. Quite impressive. And he came out and just basically destroyed C.J. Parker. Parker, who I've seen before, he did what he could. He also busted his nose, it looked like. Busted fucking Owens' nose. What'd you think of that match? I enjoyed it. It was kind of a squash, but...
I did too. Yeah, they gave what's his name? I don't know.
Kevin Owens or C.J. Parker?
No, C.J. Parker. There you go. I couldn't remember his first name, but yeah, they gave him some offense on Owens, and he came back from it and just basically squashed the dude.
Palm thrust. It looked that looked like that's what did it. Owens was aggressive. He was. I did not know he could move that way. I mean, I've seen him before.
Him flying over the top rope. That was nuts.
You know, for everybody out there who is worried about, they say it all the time. Well, WWE waters down people. Well, they're not doing it in NXT. You know, I mean, these guys are staying true to themselves, and this was something that we saw all night. I didn't see the prototypical WWE style in NXT tonight. I didn't see it at all. I saw these people that have been brought to NXT from different walks of life coming together and just putting it out there. And Owens really started the night off that way. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Oh, you're waiting for me to jump it.
I'm giving you moments.
Okay. No. I thought he did a fantastic job. It was a great way to start, and it made me realize like why don't I buy the network?
Yeah, I told you NXT is worth it on its own. It really is. And then when you just factor in, hey, you can watch pay-per-views every month for the same price. It's $10. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
It just I know you're Mr. Frugal, but you know this makes sense. Quick note I took from the match: Corey Graves, who before on the pre-show stated his in-ring wrestling days were done. Looks, sounds, and just kind of feels like CM Punk. And they might have found something on the mic. He needs a little work, but I like him. I like Corey Graves.
For his first night, just like being thrown right in there.
Yeah.
I thought he did pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. He sounds a lot like CM Punk, like his voice, just his voice. He sounds like the
guy. A little bit, yeah.
And it was, I think they might have found something in Corey Graves. I like the guy a lot.
I like the broadcasting throughout the show. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, well, I like A-Rai. I like Alex Riley a lot. And the little fat Michael Cole impersonator he was okay. Who's that?
I don't know, but at least I'm not the only one thinking that.
He did. He looked like a little dwarf fucking Michael Cole.
He's got the glasses.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what they're going for. I don't know.
Sounds better than Michael Cole. But
yeah. It was. You know what I liked about what I appreciated about the commentary? They called the fucking matches.
Yes.
Jesus, they called the matches. It was very good. I liked it. Let's move on to the next matches. I know you're limited on time. The Lucha Dragons versus the Vaudevillains. Those Vaudevillains are fucking weird, man. But I like them.
Yeah, a little bit. Something about it I like.
It was just bizarre, but I enjoyed them. And the Lucha Dragons, we knew what we were going to get out of them. But
yeah.
At least Sin Cara is doing something.
Unico, you mean?
Yeah. Hunasara. Hunakara.
Hunakara. There you go.
Yeah. They could fly. They could do whatever. But it just doesn't seem like anybody gives a shit about that, about them. You know, I mean, like, who cares? I mean,
they're trying to replace Rey Mysterio. I mean, that's...
Yeah, because they want a Mexican presence, but I don't know. Could the day of the Luchador be done? That type of high flyer, the mask, all that stuff, could that be over?
It might be going that way. Because really, Rey Mysterio took that and ran with that, and he's like really the only guy you think of. Now,
back in the day, that wasn't the case. It was, especially in WCW days. I mean, the Luchadors were the backbone of WCW. And WWE, they were just never embraced. There's been a few guys who've been high flyer mask type, but overall, people don't seem to get into them as much as they used to. And I don't know if that's a culture change. I don't know if it's being desensitized from the same type of moves. I have no idea. I can't explain why.
Might be. I'm thinking maybe a little more of the second one.
Yeah, it could be. But when a team like the Vaudevillains overshadows you a little bit, it might be time to change a gimmick. I don't know. But I like the Vaudevillains. I enjoy them. I like to see more from them. Aiden English, man, that guy's a good wrestler. I've seen him for a while. He's very, very good. It was a good match. Good. It was decent. I mean, it was nothing spectacular, but
no, it was good.
It was solid. There was no bad matches tonight. That's the thing. There was not one bad match. No,
nothing. Card. I don't think nothing was close to being bad.
No, even the next match, which was just a fucking squash, that was Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin. I like Corbin, man. This guy, I've never even seen this fucking guy before, really. I guess I miss his 10-second matches on NXT. But
yeah, the crowd's counting along with him.
Yeah, that was a cool gimmick. That was a cool gimmick. And he looks intense. It reminds me of Vampiro for some reason. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I saw the blank. I saw the blank on your face when I said Vampiro.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, just go watch him and Sting try to set each other on fire in WCW, and yeah. Vampiro is the commentator right now on Lucha Underground.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's not wearing makeup anymore, but yeah, he's the commentator on Lucha Underground with Matt Stryker. So, Baron Corbin gets the win by squash. Then they tease a new feud with somebody else. I don't even know who it was. Because this, for me, when I was watching this, it wasn't really about getting into the individual feuds until the end, of course, and we'll get that in a second.
Right.
But it was more about evaluating this talent and what they're going to bring to the next level. That's what I was trying to do.
if they don't fucking water him down, it's going to be incredible.
Well, let's talk about that, because the next match, I think we got our best sense of what exactly we are going to see. Holy fucking God. Hideo Itami, better known as
Kenta.
Yeah, Kenta. Jesus, I wrote Tensai. I was like, that can't be right. And
no, that's
Finn Balor, better known as Prince Devitt, versus the Ascension. And I knew the match was going to be good. And everybody comes out, and then Finn fucking Balor comes out in one of the most bizarre, intriguing, insane, and awesome entrances I've ever fucking seen. That was crazy. And I've heard that I've never seen Prince Devitt wrestle in other organizations. I've never really sought him out until recently. But when I watch him online, I don't really get his entrances. So to see this type of war paint and theatrics,
the paint was really cool.
Oh my God! I mean,
whoever did that needs to get a fucking raise.
Right. But the whole feel of that entrance was insane. It was so good. And then they just tore the fucking house down. What was so great about it was Hideo Itami. He's that consummate wrestler. He is CM Punk. He is Daniel Bryan. He is that guy who can stand in the ring and take a beating and make you feel like it doesn't matter. And he kept into the match, and then Balor came in and just fucked people up. What did you think of the performance of those two guys?
I thought all around it was just absolutely unreal.
Yeah, it was.
Like, why aren't these guys on the main roster? Why aren't we seeing this on Raw?
Yeah. Well, soon. Well, see, they have to do their time. They just got to NXT. They have not been in NXT long, and they've got to do their time down there. And
I know. I'm just speaking from a talent level. Like, why aren't these guys that are so talented that are down at NXT? Why is fucking Santino Marella getting airtime over these guys?
I don't know, but I do know this: the Ascension is coming. I think on Monday or Friday Night SmackDown this week, they are coming. So we know the Ascension is coming, so it made sense for them to lose this match. But I don't see Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, or Kevin Owens being down there very long. Just very, very good, very talented, knows what they're doing, and they have a connectability with the fans that maybe the WWE was concerned they might not have. They proved that I'm wrong tonight.
They all got it.
They've got it. It is the proper word. It is the proper word, because they got something special. I like all three of them. But and don't take anything away from the Ascension. Very good. Very good. Aside from the main event, the next match I'm about to talk about was the match of the night. Aside from that main event, Sasha Banks and fucking Charlotte absolutely tore the house down. I was very impressed with these two. More so with Sasha Banks, who I don't know a lot about, than I was with Charlotte. Charlotte was very good. She's always good. But Sasha Banks, my God, she's a little spitfire, isn't she?
A little bit, yeah.
They compared her to AJ Lee during the match, and I thought that was a pretty good comparison, actually.
That is a good comparison. I think AJ looks a little bit better, but...
Well, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the match? I thought it was maybe the best women's match I've seen all year.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's way better than any match I've seen on Raw.
Yeah. They were pulling out moves that were blowing my mind. Sasha Banks was hitting her with some fucking unorthodox shit, and then Charlotte with that goddamn flip off the top rope and then turning it into a senton. Incredible.
And then Sasha threw Charlotte into the steel steps. When do we see that from a Divas match?
It just shows
that...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, just that alone. Like, why can't we see a diva on the main roster get thrown into the steps?
Yeah. Well, I find it fitting that in the WWE, it's the Divas Championship, and down in NXT, it's the Women's Championship. There's a difference. And I got to give it to Charlotte. I can't wait to see her up there. Real quick on Charlotte, Joe Cronin lost his fucking shit over the fact that Charlotte lost on Monday, and I understood that, but I was a little more optimistic about it. I thought she looked pretty good, even though she lost.
It
Joe
didn't compare to what this match was.
No, I agree. But Joe reported earlier, and I read the same report that it was Vince McMahon that made made her lose. It was his idea to have her lose on Raw, and Triple H went to bat and wanted her to win, but eventually realized he wasn't going to win this battle. So okay, his assessment was in 6 months when they finally bring her up, no one's going to remember that night, and that might be true. What do you think? Do you think she should have won that match on Raw? Do you think she even should have shown up?
I don't think she should have shown up unless she was going to win.
Well, see, my thought about it was she was carrying the NXT title out there, so she was still an NXT competitor. And the reality is the NXT is the minor leagues for the WWE.
Right.
Even the champion should lose to an established diva like Natalya.
I heard that she beat Natalya multiple times in NXT.
Yeah. And that does take
that's probably like the big problem I have with her losing.
Yeah, it takes a little bit away from my argument.
Like if she would have lost to someone that she hasn't faced recently in NXT, like I don't know, shoot me a name that she hasn't faced in NXT.
I know
it's on the main roster.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, had Natalya dominated her with a sharpshooter and got the win like that, then I would be more of like, they buried her, this was stupid. But she won with a cheap roll-up, so, I mean, it took effort. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to really care.
I wasn't enraged by it, but...
Yeah. When Charlotte makes her debut, when she makes her real debut, and she's not carrying the NXT title, and she's coming in, it will be a real WWE debut, and I think it'll be different. And she's got a big career ahead of her because that girl could go, and so can Sasha Banks. Okay, I was waiting for you to say something, but you didn't. That's okay.
Oh no.
If my big fat mouth stops going for more than 3 seconds, it's you. Go for it. So let's get into the main event, and
we should have this figured out by now.
I know. I figured you would have this figured out. I don't know. Let's get into the main event, and I'll get you out of here because I know you got to go soon.
Okay.
Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville. Holy fucking God. Holy God. About a 25, 30-minute match. Holy God. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, I wish I would have been watching this, at the time this feud started, because I would have been more into it then.
Yeah. The little package they did before was good, though. I liked the package that they did.
It was really good. It gave me a nice...
Gave you some context.
Yeah.
But even not having any context, just being a wrestling fan, watching this match, whew, it had everything.
And that move that Zayn does, jumping through the rope, like by the ring post.
Yes. What the fuck? And he hits it. He hits it almost all the time.
Like it's flawless. Stupid phone.
It's a great man. I thought it was your vibrator.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm classy. I don't use one of those.
I'm a classy dame. Yeah, it was quite incredible, man. I mean, the moves they were hitting on each other. And I want to focus on Neville for a moment. That guy's ready. That guy is... Man, he's good. He's got some weird fucking ears, but he's good. He does have strange ears.
Now that he dropped the title, he will be.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. He's good, man. I mean, everything he does is slick. It's solid. It is...
That move he does from the top rope.
The red arrow.
Oh, yes.
The red arrow is so sick.
I can't keep track of like what direction he flips. It's insane.
It's mesmerizing, and just the way he moves like a veteran. And this is the first time where I didn't just say, he's small. It didn't matter. It didn't matter tonight, and I'm wondering if... I mean, Corey Graves said it best. He goes, you can't hurt the guy. He's just a big ball of muscle. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
They had him... what did they have him weighing? Like 195 or something?
Yeah.
195? Yeah, that's all muscle.
It's all muscle. There's like no fat on that guy.
I thought he would have weighed in a little more. Then they announced him at like 197. Yeah. I'm like, shit.
But he's impressive, man. He moves with such ease. I mean, he's really, really good. And Sami Zayn, man. I mean, Tiny Sheamus, as I like to call him.
Tiny Sheamus.
Tiny Sheamus.
Tiny Tiny Canadian Sheamus.
Tiny Canadian Sheamus, that's right. I like the guy, and the crowd seemed to just absolutely eat him up, and just absolutely embraced him. They both need to be in the main roster, and I can't wait to see them fight again in the main roster. That's going to be great.
A ladder match between those two?
Oh, my God. This should have been a ladder match. Holy shit. There was such great psychology in the match and such great moves and spots and fuck, the stuff they were hitting with each other. They were innovating. They seemed to be able to work together so well. They've been working together for a long time. But still, man, that was I could watch that for another half hour. That was a great match. So Zayn wins the big one. He finally gets his victory, which was the theme of the match where he could not win the big one. He does, which is always a nice storyline to see. Big celebration. First one out is Kevin Owens, who in real life they are very good friends. They've known each other before. Kevin Owens has talked about how it's been hard to watch Sammy excel, and he's been left behind. So they have this, everyone's in the ring celebrating, and the last two in there is Owens and Zayn, and they're walking to the back, and then boom! And I didn't see it coming! I did not see it coming! Owens, Jesus, Kevin Owens just did that power bomb into
the power bomb on the apron.
Oh my God! Holy shitballs, that was awesome. That was awesome, and now we have a new feud, ladies and gentlemen.
And you're just talking about it, how he got left behind. Well, now they're up to the top of NXT together. Instantly. And it shows you, this tells me a couple things. One, this was about moving Adrian Neville to the next, because obviously he's not even going to be having a rematch. There's no point. He's moving on. Yep.
There's no question about that. Second, this is to immediately see just what Kevin Owens has, and I believe Owens and Zayn will be leaving for the WWE very shortly after this feud is over. And they're thrusting him right into the title picture. I mean, that's great. Did it come out of nowhere for you? What did you think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't have a lot of subtext with him or context.
No. I mean, there was really nothing to say about it.
Yeah, it was just
Except
quite
it just
out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere.
And I don't know. I was impressed. And usually I could see those type of swerves coming, but I don't know. I just didn't this time. I probably should have.
First night being there?
Yeah, I probably should have because, he was so over with the crowd, and WWE recognized it, and I don't know if it was in the plans at the beginning of the night.
The crowd was having a creamery all over themselves.
Yeah.
When he first came out.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in the plans at the beginning of the night, but by the end of the evening, they realized this is the direction that they wanted to go. And, God, now see, here's the thing. This is what drives me nuts. If they can book a card like this without the big superstars that are on the WWE roster, what the fuck is going on nightly on Raw and SmackDown? Tell me. Explain this to me, because in NXT, they're doing it right.
Who's running NXT behind the scenes?
Triple H.
Who's running that? Triple H.
It's all Triple H's baby.
I think that there you go.
But everybody hates Triple H. Everyone thinks Triple H is the reason. Him and his shovel. It's the reason why nobody's getting over. But it is well reported, well documented that every single decision that happens in NXT is Triple H. So I don't know.
He's doing a phenomenal fucking job for the first thing I see.
Jesus. So at the very least, I feel good that I got you to NXT finally, and I think that you are a fan. And
yes.
I told you, it is the best wrestling program on television, is NXT. It's hard to argue with that.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Just that's all I got.
What would you give the card? 1 out of 10, since we have to do that.
1 out of 10. I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah, 8.5, definitely. I might even go as high as 9 myself, because there was nothing wrong with this card. Nothing.
And I think if I would have known the backstory of everything, it probably would have been a 10.
Yeah. And you know what? Some people might beat you up over that, be like, you're being too easy, but I don't think they realize how good this card was.
Hey, they made a phenomenal first impression on me.
Fucking A right.
So.
And you're a guy who usually gives low ratings to Raw and SmackDown. It's not like you're a WWE mark or anything. So I actually take that as quite as high compliment from you, giving him that high of a rating. But I agree with you. It was absolutely amazing. I want to know what Cronin thinks about that one. I'm going to ask him about it when we do the TLC review because that's what I'm going to have to compare this to. I'm going to have to make a direct comparison because we got a pay-per-view and a pay-per-view. So let's compare. Fuck. Well, look, my friend, I know you got to go, so we'll get you out of here. I want to do a streamlined version of this review. Thanks for joining me for the second time today. You are a fucking rock star.
No problem.
All right. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. Once again, check out Jeff on Grand Slam 87 right here on YouTube. That's also his Twitter. It's his Sony. It's his Xbox.
PlayStation.
It's his mailing address. It's his fucking light bulbs. He puts it on his cats. His third dog was named fucking Grand Slam 87. This man is Grand Slam 87. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check out Tommy C. Shopping the Point. Fucking Dan Cronin. Joe Cronin. Called him by his real name, kayfabe. Joe Cronin Show over on YouTube. Spectrum Gaming 87. Thank you, Dave Rose. Thank you, Nick G. Thank you, all of you who contribute. You guys are all awesome. You're rock stars. We will see you later. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You must comply. Thanks, Jeff. You're the man.
Thank you for having me, man.
It's not having you. You are the co-host. You are the man. This is your fucking channel too, buddy. Don't forget that.
All right.
We're out, bitches.